The Special Air Service, SAS, emerged from the chaos and desperation of World War II during one of the most difficult periods for Britain. In 1941, the British Empire was facing setbacks across multiple theaters of war. The German Afrika Korps, led by the formidable General Erwin Rommel, was gaining the upper hand in North Africa. Conventional military tactics were proving insufficient to stem the tide, and a new approach was desperately needed. David Stirling, a young Scots Guards officer recovering from a parachuting accident, became the unlikely architect of this revolutionary force. Frustrated by the limitations of standard military operations and inspired by his experiences with Commandos, Stirling conceived a radical idea: a small, highly trained unit that could infiltrate deep behind enemy lines, strike vital targets with precision, and vanish before the enemy could react. His vision was one of unconventional warfare, a force that would trade numbers for surprise, speed, and audacity. Despite initial skepticism, Stirling convinced military commanders in Cairo of his plan's merit. The concept of a small raiding force capable of crippling enemy air power and supply lines resonated with leaders desperate for results. Thus, the SAS was born, initially named L Detachment, Special Air Service Brigade, a ruse to fool German intelligence into believing Britain had an entire airborne division in the region. The first SAS operations were conducted in the harsh deserts of North Africa. These missions were brutal tests of endurance and ingenuity. Teams navigated vast expanses of desert in modified jeeps, relying on stealth and the cover of night to approach Axis airfields. Armed with explosives and sheer determination, they destroyed enemy aircraft on the ground, sowed confusion, and inflicted disproportionate damage. These early raids not only disrupted Rommel's operations, but demonstrated the power of special forces, small units that could deliver strategic impact far greater than their size. As the North African campaign continued, the SAS honed its tactics. They developed new methods of sabotage, mastered desert survival, and forged bonds of trust and resilience that would define the unit's ethos. The success of these missions laid the groundwork for the SAS's transformation from an experimental force to a permanent fixture in Britain's military doctrine. Selection and training, the ultimate test of mind and body. From its earliest days, the SAS understood that its success depended not on numbers, but on the quality of its men. This principle gave rise to one of the most demanding selection and training regimes in military history, a crucible designed to break the unworthy and forge elite warriors capable of operating in the most hostile environments. Selection begins with a grueling phase known simply as the hills. Candidates are sent to the rugged mountains of Wales, particularly the Brecon Beacons, where they face a relentless series of endurance marches, navigation exercises, and physical tests. Laden with heavy packs, often exceeding 25 kilograms, and carrying their weapons, they are required to navigate solo across vast distances, often in treacherous weather. Sleep deprivation, hunger, and exhaustion are constant companions. But the physical challenge is only part of the ordeal. The true aim of selection is to reveal the inner character of each candidate. The SAS seeks men who can remain calm under pressure, think clearly when isolated, and show determination in the face of overwhelming odds. There are no cheering squads or encouragement on selection, only silence, and the quiet expectation that the right man will drive himself forward without external motivation. Once the candidates survive the hills, they proceed to the jungle phase, typically conducted in places like Brunei or Belize. Here, the environment itself becomes the enemy. The dense canopy and oppressive humidity sap strength and willpower. Trainees learn small team tactics, survival skills, and the art of living and fighting in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. In the jungle, a man's ability to blend into his surroundings, to move silently, and to maintain discipline can mean the difference between life and death. The final hurdles of selection include escape and evasion exercises, followed by resistance to interrogation in RTI training. Here, candidates experience what it means to be hunted and captured, and they are taught how to resist giving up vital information under duress, skills essential for operatives who might find themselves isolated behind enemy lines. Training for those who pass selection is equally demanding. SAS troopers master a vast array of skills: demolitions, advanced medical procedures, communications, sniping, counterterrorism tactics, halo-hey-ho parachuting, and amphibious operations. They learn to operate in every environment, from Arctic tundra to searing deserts, from urban sprawls to open oceans. Importantly, training is continuous. Even seasoned operators undergo regular exercises to maintain the razor's edge of readiness. The SAS ethos is summed up in the words, "Who dares wins." But within the regiment, there is a deeper meaning. Courage, yes, but also humility, adaptability, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. SAS men are not only warriors, they are thinkers, planners, and problem solvers, prepared to face the unknown with confidence. Doctrine, structure, and global influence. At the heart of the SAS lies a doctrine built on simplicity, adaptability, and the intelligent use of force. The SAS does not win battles through overwhelming firepower or sheer numbers. It wins through precision, initiative, and the ability to outthink and outmaneuver the enemy. Its motto, "Who dares wins," is not just a catchphrase. It encapsulates the unit's entire philosophy. That boldness, when combined with planning and skill, can achieve what others believe impossible. Doctrine and philosophy. The SAS doctrine focuses on small team operations. Troopers are trained to operate in units as small as 4 men. A patrol that can move undetected, strike swiftly, and melt away before the enemy understands what has happened. Mission planning is exhaustive. Every detail, from infiltration routes to escape plans, is rehearsed and refined. Yet flexibility is key. SAS troopers are empowered to make decisions on the ground, adapting to unfolding events without waiting for higher command. Another pillar of SAS doctrine is the integration of intelligence. The SAS operates in close partnership with the UK's intelligence agencies, MI5 for domestic operations, MI6 for overseas missions, and GCHQ for signals intelligence. This relationship ensures that operations are driven by the most up-to-date information and that SAS teams can act swiftly when opportunities arise. Structure. The SAS is centered around the 22nd Special Air Service Regiment, based in Hereford, England. The regiment is divided into squadrons, typically A, B, D, and G squadrons, each with its own specialties, but all capable of undertaking any SAS mission. Within the squadrons, troops are organized by skill: mountain troop, mobility troop, boat troop, and air troop. This structure allows the SAS to deploy the right expertise for any mission, from Arctic warfare to desert reconnaissance. In addition to 22 SAS, there are reserve and honorary components, including 21 SAS and 23 SOS, part-time units that provide additional capabilities and support. Global influence. The SAS has been the model for special forces units worldwide. Its tactics, training methods, and ethos have inspired the creation of elite units such as Delta Force, U.S. Army, Australian SAS Regiment, KSK, German Commandos Spezialkräfte, Joint Task Force 2, JTF-2. These units have adopted and adapted SAS principles to suit their own national needs. But the British SAS remains the spiritual grandfather of modern special operations forces. Military academies and special forces schools across the world study SAS operations, from the jungles of Malaya to the streets of London. Beyond military influence, the SAS has shaped popular culture. Books, films, and television series, often based on former members' accounts, have cemented the SAS's place in the public imagination as the ultimate commando force. Equipment, technology, and the future of the SAS equipment and weapons SAS operators are equipped with some of the most advanced and adaptable gear available to any military force. Their standard weapons are selected not for standardization, but for mission suitability. Common choices include C8 SFW, Special Forces weapon, a compact, reliable carbine favored for its accuracy and versatility, HK MP5 variants, especially for close quarters counter-terror operations often suppressed, Sig Sauer P226, Glock 17 pistols, reliable sidearms for personal defense, SR-25 or L129A1 sharpshooter rifles for designated marksmen in patrols, AWM sniper rifles for long-range precision engagement, Operators customize their weapons extensively, adding suppressors, optics, laser aiming module arm, and ergonomic grips to suit the mission. For breaching, SAS teams use shotguns, explosive charges, and specialized tools to overcome obstacles swiftly. Their gear includes advanced body armor and load-bearing vests designed for mobility and protection, night vision goggles and thermal imaging scopes for low-light operations, state-of-the-art communication systems for secure, real-time coordination, small drones for reconnaissance in urban or hostile terrain, modified vehicles from Land Rovers with heavy weapon mounts to unmarked civilian cars for covert ops, technology integration. Modern SAS operations integrate cyber and electronic warfare elements. Operators often work alongside intelligence specialists who can provide live data from surveillance satellites, UAVs, or intercepted communications. The SAS also employs cutting-edge technology in explosive ordnance disposal, biometric recognition, and tracking systems. Training now includes counter-drone tactics, digital mapping, and the use of artificial intelligence-assisted mission planning tools. The SAS evolves continuously, ensuring that its operators have every possible advantage on the modern battlefield. The future of the SAS. Looking ahead, the SAS faces new challenges: hybrid warfare, asymmetric threats, cyber terrorism, and gray zone conflicts where enemies blend into civilian populations. To remain at the forefront, the regiment is expanding its capabilities in cyber operations, unmanned systems, and information warfare. Yet despite technological advances, the core of the SAS will always be its people: adaptable, intelligent, courageous individuals willing to dare where others hesitate. The spirit of Sterling's original vision: small teams, bold actions, disproportionate impact, endures. The Special Air Service is not just a military unit, it is an idea, a standard of excellence that continues to shape the world of special operations. Thank you for watching this in-depth documentary on the Special Air Service. If you enjoyed this exploration into the world of elite commandos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Secrets of Armies. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the forces that shape history from the shadows.